Turn an ordinary rectangle into a spectrogram anchor by using a wave filter to add texture and a fading edge. This video is being filmed in expert mode of Photoshop Elements, but the instructions are exactly the same for Photoshop, except where noted. In this tutorial, we will be transforming a simple rectangle into a spectrogram that can be used as an anchor on a card or a scrapbook page. I'm starting here with a new 12 by 12 inch document at 300 pixels per inch with a white background, and I've pressed the letter D to reset the color chips to the default of black over white. To begin, in the Layers panel, click on the Create a New Layer icon. Then, double-click directly on the name of the new layer and rename it Clipping Mask, and then press Return or Enter to commit the change. Next, get the rectangular marquee tool, and in the tool options, click on the new selection icon, set the feather to 0 and the aspect to normal. Photoshop users set the style to normal. On the document, click and drag out a rectangle approximately 12 inches wide and 3.5 inches high near the center of the document. To reposition while dragging, press and hold the spacebar. Press Alt Backspace, Option Delete on a Mac, to fill the selection with black, and then press Ctrl D or Command D on a Mac to deselect. Next, we're going to add the wave filter. In the Layers panel, the clipping mask layer should still be active. In the menu bar, choose Filter, Distort, Wave. In the dialog box, set the number of generators to 10, set the wavelength minimum to 1 and the maximum to 14, set the amplitude minimum to 78 and the maximum to 83, set the scale horizontal to 1 and the vertical to 100. Set the type to sign and the undefined areas to repeat edge pixels, and then click OK. There may be an occasion when you want to soften the edges of the wave. To do this, you can optionally add a Gaussian blur. In the menu bar, choose Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. In the dialog box, set the radius to 1 and then click OK. Next, we'll add a pattern paper. But before we do this, I'd like to give you a word of caution. When using pattern papers with stripes, make sure the stripes are parallel or run the same direction as the waves. Perpendicular stripes may disrupt the flow and design of the page or project. Now let's add the paper. Get the Move tool. Open the striped-paper1-ds.jpg file or a pattern paper of your own choosing. Holding down the Shift key, click and drag the paper onto the document. In the menu bar, choose Layer, Create Clipping Mask. Lastly, finish the document as desired and save it as a high-quality JPEG file with a unique name. Here is a card that I created for my daughter's birthday. Using the wave filter was a great way to add some texture to the anchor behind the cluster. And on my scrapbook page, the wave filter was just the right touch to help my anchor fade into the background and not have a harsh line edge. For a free PDF version of this video, click on the download link and then make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This has been Gina Harper from Digital Scrapper, the very best place on the web to find complete and professional instruction for digital scrapbooking. We help you get your stories told.